Hey guys, it's Hilary here. I'm back with another video for you today, and I'm really excited to do it because this is something that I hear all the time, and it's not only something that impacts me all the time, being a working mum, someone on the go, someone who loves a dinner date, but so many of you are in the same boat, and that is how to go from your sloppy end of day makeup to going out at night without having to take off the whole thing. So I'm going to show you some really easy, quick tips and tricks on how to achieve that by simply bumping this up. Now I'll be actually changing the tone as well. So this is a look that I paired with me wearing more pinky undertones in my makeup. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to alter that throughout this makeup application. So it's going to be a really easy one for you tonight, but something that I think is going to impact so many of you anyway at home. So first things first, I'm going to get onto the eyes. As much as I want to fix up this skin that's just, you know, really cracked it. It's looking very patchy. If I get close, you can see it's starting to get breakthrough. I've been eating, you know, the accumulation of oxidization around the cheeks as opposed to the rest of me. So let's clean this up. I'm going to do eyes first, and I'm going to alter the change in the tone. So now I've gone from wearing a white jumper to now wearing something with more nude in it. So I do want to change the tone. So my lipstick's worn off now. They're actually feeling quite dry. So actually let's do one thing first, and that is put on some lip balm. Nothing like getting those sore lips from a big day back into action. So lip balm is really, really important. So I'm going to go in with the Naked Reloaded palette. This is this one here. It's looking pretty sloppy, but you can see it's very kind of neutral in tone. It's not too, yeah, pink or brown. So I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. Excuse, my brushes are a bit dirty at the moment. I've got to give them a clean. And I'm going to go in with a matte tone. So I want to change this blend out color I had, which had more of a pinky undertone to it, to now having something with more of a brown. So I'm going to get that color and I'm going to sweep that through the crease. That's going to do two things. One, not only is it going to alter the tone, as you can see straight away, it's kind of going more to a brown, but it's also going to absorb any of the excess oil that I have on the lid that it might be breaking through and then breaking down that eyeliner. So I'm just going in there now. You can see that sort of just give it a bit more of a matte finish, back in with it, and then simply windscreen wiper that through the crease. I'm now going to go in with that shimmer. So that shimmer I gave was more of a white, which was going to balance off, but now I'm going sort of more warm and richer tones. I'm going to go in with more of a brownie undertone. So if I mixed like a paler color like that in top of it, it's not going to do much. So I know that that's quite a light color. To manipulate tone differently is I can get like a darker shimmery brown like that, use my finger and simply run it lightly on top of that existing pale color, and it turns it into a nice champagne. Think about what we would do to color correct. So in this situation, I'm turning what was white into something that's slightly light and bronzy and champagne-y. So to do that, I'm gonna get a darker shimmery brown just to go on top, and you can see instantly that balances it off. So I am wearing, obviously, this brown top. I'm wearing my denim jeans, but I'm also wearing this black blazer. So I do want to accentuate my winged eyeliner, which has gone a bit faded now. So I'm going to go in with a liquid eyeliner, and I'm simply going to, let me get quite close for you so you can see, I'm just going to go over the top of it and lay that back down again, just to re-intensify it and give it more kick. So you can see that's instantly given it a bit of a change up with the eyeliner. It does really, really help. That's kind of what it looked like at the start of the day. This is what happens with wear and tear and just rubbing your eyes a lot. Let's go to the next one. So that is it. That is simply the liner just a bit more kicked in. And now what I'm going to do is take a smaller little brush to go underneath my eyes. What that's going to do is just give it a little bit more of a smoke out. So I'm going to go in with a matte color like this one here. That's going to be a bit warmer. And I'm just going to take that eyeliner and continue it from that on top part where the wing is, and then continue it down underneath. So I'm going to essentially kind of smoke it out a little bit. This is taking it a bit more nighttime. I'm then going to grab that palette. I'm going to mix a bit of that dark brown with a little bit of the lighter brown. So what that will do is make it like more of a mid-tone brown. And I'm just going to pop it underneath my eye and then smoke that out properly. It's amazing how you can go so smoky so quickly. And then obviously I'm not going to be overwhelmed by how smoky that looks. I'm going to go back in with that lighter brown eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go underneath and just smudge that out. So I'm just getting that brush and I'm taking that lighter brown and then underneath, and I'm just making it wider. So if you ever do this and it's feeling too smoky, never fear. Now you go in with your shimmery pale colors and then you layer it on areas that you want to brighten. When we use a shimmer on top of any matte, let's say you want to make it lighter, it's too dark, or see how instantly that just brightens and opens that space up. Awesome. Now I'm going to go in with mascara just to re-top that back up again. For nighttime mascara, you can go quite chunky. So obviously today I went a little bit more defined, but really layer it up and really get in there. Chunky lashes are great for nighttime. It gives a bit more volume and a little bit more sexier. Okay, let's get onto this skin. So this skin needs a bit of a cleanup. You can see it's looking oily, patchy, etc. So what I'm going to do is just go in with a concealer. I don't want to go in with anything too heavy because it's going to alter the look and I don't want it to look, you know, super full coverage. So I'm going to go in just with a lighter concealer in terms of texture, and I'm just going to pop that down and pop it into the areas that I've worn down the makeup. Always under the eyes is a great one to start with because it really freshens underneath that eye up and really brightens it, and something that's super important. At the end of the day, you might have mascara transfer, some fallout. You might just feel like your makeup's worn through so you can see last night's bags. I'm gonna go in and just put it on areas that I wanna brighten. So anywhere in this center part of the face, through this area, I'm gonna just brighten it up a little bit just to make sure it's a bit neutral. I am aware that it's a lighter color concealer, but given I'm gonna be using a powder in a second anyway. Now my makeup is sort of breaking through on my nose and you can see on my forehead. So I'm going to go to a grippier concealer to give me better fuller coverage through that area that I know is gonna last. Okay, using the Charlotte Tilbury, I broke it. I haven't used it for a while and just wound it up and it's kind of gone everywhere. So I'm just gonna pop that just lightly on those areas that I've broken through. Nothing's gonna really save this sort of breakthrough until I get this next step on. This next step is really important. It's a really good trick for anyone going from day to night and finds the makeup is just looking a bit sloppy and a bit tired and really wanting a pickup. So I'm gonna go straight in with the Fenty foundation powder. This is in the shade 190. This is a great product to have. I talk heavily about how foundation powders can be really great at just cleaning up the skin again if you have had breakthrough, if your foundation is not holding, if you find things don't grip in the right places. A foundation powder is so good at just smoothing it all down. I'm also going to go over my blush a little bit just to neutralize how strong that was. Obviously it oxidized throughout the day, so I can just go in there a little bit again with this foundation powder just to clean it up a little bit. I'm now going to go in with the Sunchaser palette by Fenty, and I'm just going to add some warmth to certain parts of my face just to wake it up a little bit. Even go over the areas that I just powdered just to give me a little bit more color. And then going on with some highlighter. This will just boost the skin up a little bit and give me some more fresh finishes. Now, what is really important is to resettle this makeup. I put a bit of foundation powder on it, so it's going to feel a little bit more fuller in coverage and a bit more powdery and agey. I get that, but we need to do that to reintroduce. If you imagine that your makeup's broken through in certain spots, that powder's going to come through and then clean up how staggered it is. So putting that down, it's going to require a bit of powder. So we need to settle that down. So I've gone in with a setting spray now and I'm going to go over the top of it all over my face. It's going to feel like a shower, but essentially I just want to completely rechange how that sort of pigment is sitting on the skin. Okay, so that's all set in, and now it's time for me to do my lips. You can see that currently that pinkness in my lips is fighting through, so I need to put some lip liner on. Okay, going with lip liner. You can see that this brown is, whilst it's brown, it's quite a flat brown. So I've gone in with the Cacao lip liner. I think it's in the shade 1.5. Now what I'm actually going to do is go in with Endless Cacao by Makeup Forever. And this is going to flatten it a little bit. Just using a tissue to blot in that center. It just takes up a bit of the pigment. I don't want it to be too bold in how much product is on. If I'm going out eating now, I want to be able to have something on my lips that's going to sort of stay there and wear down really nicely. So having that lip liner stacked majority on the outside of the lip, and then having that natural gradation means it won't look like a really hard liner by the time, you know, you finish the end of the meal. And then it's going in one of my trusty favorites. This is Cleo by Modelrock. This is a lovely nude. I'm just going to put this in the center. Again, for that really easy wear down that's going to last all day and last all dinner. just blot it down, take off any excess, and that should wear down really lovely throughout the dinner. I brush through my hair, and I'm gonna add a little bit of dry shampoo through my fringe. And that is it. A really beautiful, easy, quick change of a makeup from day to night, completely changing the tones, going from sort of soft pinks to more of that lovely nighttime sort of bronze glam. So hope you enjoyed. Lots of tips and tricks in there. Please make sure you subscribe and enjoy any of the content coming through here on the Home Beauty YouTube account. This is an important one. Comment on anything you want to hear from us. We are here to engage with you and to educate you in whatever way we can, making it as relatable, real, and as educational as possible. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.